Belcher is back in Modern, and today we're not playing Mono Blue, we're playing Mono Red, thanks to Stormscale Scion from Tarkir Dragonstorm. Let's go check it out. This is Mono Red Belcher in Modern, and congratulations to the competitor that took second place with it this past weekend in a Modern challenge. It's really awesome. Congratulations on the innovation and it working. So how does it work? Well, with Goblin Charbelcher, you pay 4 mana for the artifact. You then tap 3 mana, tap this artifact, and then reveal cards from the top of your library until you hit a land, and then you deal that much damage, double if it's a mountain. Okay, so when we look at our deck list, we don't have any lands. So it's a guaranteed kill 100% of the time because the lands we do play are MDFC's modal double face cards like Spikefield Hazard, Pinnacle Monk, Shatterskull Smashing, Valakut Awakening, Sundering Eruption. And the front half of these is a spell, but the back half is a land. So that means that you can cast your spells and then always deal lethal with Goblin Charbelcher. Traditionally, this deck plays things like Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose into Ironcrag Feat that makes 7 mana, allowing you to play the Goblin Charbelcher and then activate it using all of that mana. Well, now we have some upgrades over the last year or so. So we first gained Ruby Medallion in Modern Horizons 3, reducing the cost of all of our red spells. We like that because it means that this deck can be more efficient. The second upgrade was recently with Tarkir Dragonstorm with the Stormscale Scion, a 6 mana 4/4 flying dragon with Storm that makes all of your other dragons bigger. So that means that you can now play this spell against blue decks and have an uncounterable way to win the game, especially off of something like Ironcrag Feat, where it's more of an easy win and you don't have to deal with as much counter magic. So that means that this deck gained quite a bit, but we also have some tools like Blood Moon against decks like Amulet Titan. So this deck is multi-dimensional. When you look at the sideboard, we have Cleansing Wildfire for the mirror match, primarily the blue version of Belcher, Pyroclasm for things like Energy, another Blood Moon for Amulet Titan, Guttural Response, Vexing Bauble, and Defense Grid are all for those pesky blue strategies that would like to counterspell your things. And then we have a basic mountain. Why would you play this? It doesn't make sense. Well, keep in mind that when you activate Goblin Charbelcher, you don't want to reveal a land, but if it's a mountain, it deals double. Well, there's things in this format that destroy your lands, and then you have to search your deck for a basic. So your White Orchid Phantoms, Ghost Quarter, Beseiju, things like that. So having one mountain in the sideboard can be beneficial. That's the idea. That's what we're doing here today. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully we crush today with this deck list because I honestly believe that it's quite good, and hopefully I get to prove that for you. All right, stick around for match number 1. I will see you there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1. We're on the draw, and we've opened up a hand that can play Goblin Charbelcher on the second turn. I like that. So if we could draw an Ironcrag Feat, this is actually a turn 2 win. Alternatively, if we can just resolve Goblin Charbelcher on turn 2, we could draw any land and then win following that. Looks like our opponent today is playing Boros Energy. All right, Ocelot Pride, you've got it. We'll draw for turn. It's another Pyretic Ritual. So if I were to draw a Desperate Ritual or Ironcrag Feat, we now have a turn 2 win. So that's 7 hits on our deck that is win the game on turn 2. They switch out a basic Plains, a Guide of Souls. This does give me a guaranteed turn 3 win though, because I can play the Goblin Charbelcher on turn 2 and then activate it in one turn. All right, our opponent with an incredible start here. Wow. All right, so I'm going to take quite a bit of damage. And then their Ocelot Prides will trigger. I go to 19. Ruby Medallion. Does that give me a win? Probably not. I just want to think about it. So it does allow me to play the Medallion and pass. And then next turn, I can play and activate Goblin Charbelcher in one turn and not risk the Goblin Charbelcher being destroyed. So I could go Pyretic Ritual, Ruby Medallion. and then play another copy of Pyretic Ritual, Desperate Ritual, up to 5 mana, and then play Goblin Charbelcher, but then I don't have 3 mana to activate. I could play Bitter Reunion hoping to spike, but that seems a little risky to me. Although, if I did do that, I'd have 2 looks at mana number 3 for next turn, or the potential to win, if I hit exactly an Ironcrag feat. I think I'm supposed to take the safe line and just play Ruby Medallion, pass. So I'm at 16. I have to hope to not die right now. So like a Goblin Bombardment might be close. And I say might, because on the end step, the Ocelot Prides will create more cats. They play Guide of Souls. Okay. They're at 21. And now they'll attack. Ouch. They're going to make their Ocelot Pride larger. Makes sense. I'll take a lot of damage here. I'm at 9. They have the land. Please not Goblin Bombardment. They have 6 creatures on the battlefield. The Ocelot Pride... Or I guess if it was... No, Goblin Bombardment would have killed me. They could have had a turn 3 win. But it looks like we get the turn 3 win now. Pyretic Ritual. Pyretic Ritual. Desperate Ritual. Goblin Charbelcher. Target you. Pew pew! Easy does it. Love it. That was game number 1. Nice thing about the Belcher deck too, when you look at how energy looks to beat Storm combo, it's often with Thraben Charm or Orm's Chant. Goblin Charbelcher, sometimes you just need to play 1 spell, and I like that. So you are naturally better against Orm's Chant. We'll bring in Pyroclasm, and I think we want to take out the Blood Moons, and probably the Glimpse the Impossible. It just seems like the worst card here. Yeah, let's try this. I mean, you could take out 1 Ironcrag feat, but I would like to keep my ability to just like turn 2 belch you for lethal. So that's what I'm, what I'm considering, what I'm thinking about here. It just makes sense to me. So you might notice that I'm playing new frame Ruby Medallions in an old frame defense grid. That is not an accident. I liked the look of the whole main deck being new frame. However, there's not a new frame defense grid that's black border on Magic Online, or else I would have used that. And the mountain that I use is from the set that I started playing Magic. In fact, I have a basic for every color that I use from Invasion. So I'm never going to change that. I love my Invasion basics, but you could play a new frame basic if you wanted to. I'm just not about that life. Oh, something I meant to mention in the deck tech that I'm now just remembering. So as I record this video, we are 240 members short of 20,000 subscribers on this channel. And it would mean a lot to me if you would hit that subscribe button. And I know that a lot of you watch and you're not subscribed, and hurts my feelings a little bit because the back-end YouTube analytics tell me that roughly 40,000 to 50,000 people each month watch my videos. Well, only 19,760 of you are subscribed to the channel. So if you watch the channel and if you enjoy the content, please, please, please subscribe. Help me hit 20,000. All right, so we've opened up 1 land. We have 2 Stormscale Scions. If one of these was a land, this hand would be perfect. I don't know the math on the lands in the deck today, but the rest of the hand is so good that I want to try it. So we'll keep. If one of these Stormscales was a land, it would actually just be perfect. There's also Strike It Rich that gets us up to 2 mana, but I would really like to draw a land. I think that would just be wonderful. They have Windswept Heath and they pass, so no 1-drop. That's a land. We'll play the Shatterskull Smashing, pass the turn. So right now, on turn 2, I can play Ruby Medallion. Turn 3, Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose, Stormscale Scion. That seems good to me. We do have to watch out for Orm's Chant, but I think they might not Orm's Chant in response to Manamorphose. I could be wrong. Turn 2 Ragavan, so they're just always holding up this Orm's Chant. We'll play the Pinnacle Monk. Ouch. As a land, I go to 17, play the Ruby Medallion, pass the turn. So I'm going to allow them to have the Ragavan. I'd rather just advance my game plan with this Ruby Medallion. They attack with the Ragavan. Ouch. They had a Pyroclasm. So now they know Pyroclasm is in my deck. They don't know that I have one in my hand, though. They search out a Sacred Foundry. Molten Rain on my Shatterskull Smashing. Not very nice. They still have the treasure open. We draw for turn, it's a Pyretic Ritual. So I am worried here about Orm's Chant. Let's play 1 Ritual. That just automatically resolved. Play the Shatter Skull. Play Manamorphose. We'll make red, red. So I could play the Stormscale Scion right now, and it's already lethal for next turn. So I don't think I should risk the Pyretic Ritual. And we'll play the Stormscale Scion. So I don't want to overextend. That was just 3 spells, and then next turn we could even play another. And the opponent concedes. That was so easy. Wow, what a match. We are 1-0 to start off this Modern League. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Match number 2, we're on the play with Belcher. We have Goblin Charbelcher, we have Shatterskull Smashing. Yeah, I mean, this is a keep. So we have a tap land in Valakut Awakening, so you would like to play that first, and then Shatterskull Smashing can be untapped. This hand is lacking another ritual to play Goblin Charbelcher on turn 2, but you could play Bitter Reunion on the second turn, discard the Stormscale Scion, and look for more mana. Or if it's a blue matchup, you could consider keeping the Bitter Reunion and the Stormscale Scion and building towards, winning with the dragons. So we'll play Valakut Awakening, pass the turn. Otawara, Soaring City, and they just pass. We drew land number 3. I don't think I want to use the Bitter Reunion quite yet, because I like all of the cards in my hand. Watery Grave, so this is likely Dimir. Okay, and by that I mean tempo with Psychic Frog and Orcish Bowmasters and everything else. Another Sundering Eruption. We'll just play our land and pass. Ooh, it's Mill. Okay. Alright, well then I'm going to want to try to play this Goblin Charbelcher. Ooh, Field of Ruin hurts here. Destroys my land. Sundering Eruption comes into play tapped, which also hurts. I don't have a basic, so we'll want to sideboard in the Mountain for game 2 and 3 if I lose this one. And then the Archive trapped me. Okay. That's an untap land. So let's start with Desperate Ritual. Play the Pinnacle Monk as a land. Goblin Charbelcher, please resolve. Yes! Okay, so I could belch them out in my upkeep, if need be. Well, I guess I would need them to... I need Belcher to deal enough damage. So if they milled enough cards where... another Field of Ruin? That's devastating here. They're trying to keep me off 3 mana. Okay. They cycled Fractured Sanity. I'm down to 29 cards. Desperate Ritual or Pyretic Ritual will win it. So does a land that's untapped. Boom. Target you. Mill players, am I right? Haha. Alright, so we ended up getting this game. Mill. Gross. Actually kind of like the Blood Moons, but that might be wrong. So we'll bring in the land. I mean, they had a lot of basics. It's just Blood Moon protects you from Field of Ruin and hopefully cuts them off some colors, but that might be the wrong game plan. That brings you to 59, and then you could sideboard in like a defense grid or something. Could take out Glimpse the Impossible too. I think I'll try defense grids. Maybe cut like 1 Bitter Reunion. Let's try this. So this hand is a potential turn 2 if we were to draw into a payoff. I think you keep this. So the question is, do you play the untap land into Striker Rich on turn 1, or do you play the tap land? I think my draw step is going to help decide that. Alright, so they've played Sheldock Isle. We draw Defense Grid. Let's just play our tap land and pass. Ruin Crab, okay, and now a Field of Ruin. They didn't hit any payoff spells. I like that. Ironcrag Feet. So if I play Pyretic Ritual, Ruby Medallion, Pyretic Ritual, no, that doesn't really work. So I'll play the untapped land, and I think I would like to resolve Ruby Medallion. Pass the turn. I do have a basic in my deck to search out for the Field of Ruin. Ghost Quarter. That's not good for me. And now I can go grab the basic. We'll mill 3 more. We hit a Stormscale Scion. There's still Goblin Charbelcher in there somewhere. I think they're deciding if they would like to surgical extraction on the Stormscale Scion. And they are. Okay. No, they go after Ironcrag Feet. Interesting. They rip one out of my hand, too. Interesting. Okay. The surgical precision of that one. We ripped another Stormscale Scion. So we'll play Pyretic Ritual. If I play... My worry is if they surgical in response. We'll play another Pyretic Ritual. Play the Bitter Reunion. Visions of Beyond, okay. We'll discard Defense Grid. So now I believe we just have lethal here. I'll play the Pinnacle Monk. Yes, and now I play the Stormscale Scion and give all my dragons haste. This is cool. Turn 3 lethal flying attacking dragons. Boom shakalaka. Take that, Mel. Nobody likes you. Really, nobody likes facing Mel. Alright, well, we got the match win, and it wasn't super difficult. This deck is insane. We're 2-0, 3 matches left. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and Mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Another round, another great hand we will keep. They play a Bridge, Mox Opal, so some sort of Affinity deck. Memnite, the classic Affinity card. So now the Mox Opal is active. They play a turn 1 Thoughtcast. This is sweet. Alright, so we drew the Belcher. Okay. We might be looking at a potential turn 2. No. I guess if I drew, I would need a string of good draws because our lands are tap lands. If they weren't tap lands, this hand could win turn 2. Another Thoughtcast from the opponent. They play a Mishra's Bauble, and now an Urza's Saga. I mean, our opponent's doing a lot of cool things over there. And now they attack for 2. I'll go to 18. They have 3 cards remaining. We draw Stormscale Scion. I'll play the Sundering Eruption as a land. Wait, they do come into play untapped. What was I thinking? In my head, these were tap lands. I'm an idiot. Oh no. And I've been clicking no on them the whole time, just not paying attention. That's how easy this deck is. You can be as bad as me and still get game wins. Wow. Yeah, I threw this. Let's play Ruby Medallion. Do you have Metallic Rebuke? Nope, it resolves. Okay. Now Urza Saga goes to the next chapter. I can't believe that I thought that was a tap land. I mean, that means that round 2 was a lot more difficult than it needed to be. I mean, we still won fairly easily, but it probably could have been easier. And they just play land and pass. So this is probably my window. Let's start off with a Desperate Ritual. Play a Manamorphose. Make 2 red mana. Another Manamorphose, okay. Make 2 red mana. Valakut Awakening, not super helpful here. We'll play another Manamorphose. So now we have tons of mana. I mean, I could win a number of ways here. Let's play the Bitter Reunion. Discard the Strike It Rich. Play Desperate Ritual. Let's try Goblin Charbelcher. See if this resolves. And there's the Metallic Rebuke. So I could just let this be countered and then Ironcrag Feet into the Stormscale Scion. But if they have another Rebuke, I would be in trouble. Maybe I was supposed to play the Ironcrag Feet. We're going to let that go. Play the Ironcrag Feet. And let's play Stormscale Scion. They would need like a main deck consigned to memory here. And the opponent concedes. So multiple ways that I've misplayed this game and we still got it. Love that. Probably, I mean, they have artifact lands, but they keep their super types. So Blood Moon is good against Urza Saga. I wonder if I'm even supposed to sideboard here. Like, what if our main deck is just perfect? I think I might want the third Blood Moon, and we'll take out one Glimpse the Impossible. Let's try this. We have one land that enters untapped. I know that one enters untapped. Ruby Medallion. I mean, this hand is decent. We'll try it. I wonder if they were supposed to counter the Ruby Medallion in game 1 instead of just letting it go. Hallowed Fountain, another untap land. We'll play the Shatter Skull, yes. Play the Striker Rich, and then pass the turn. There's a Saga, Springleaf Drum, Memnite, okay. Ornithopter, they have 3 cards. Another land, okay. Ouch. Let's play the Ruby Medallion. I think now we're going to see a Metallic Rebuke. Yep. Pass the turn. Saga goes to the next chapter, Spire of Industry, Pithing Needle. So this can name Goblin Charbelcher. They can also still make a Construct, which I think is a problem, because that's going to be a lot of damage. I'm at 13 already. We draw another Ironcrag Feat. That doesn't really help. Let's play the Blood Moon. They make a Construct in response. Yep. And now we'll play our land. Pass the turn. They play another Ornithopter. They have no cards left. So the Glimpse the Impossible can at least make some blockers to buy time. And Pyretic Ritual. So we'll play the Glimpse the Impossible. Exile 3 cards I did not care about. So we'll pass and get some blockers. And at this point, we're kind of just in a Stormscale Scion waiting room. Another Memnite. We'll block the Construct and go to 5. Come on, Stormscale Scion. Strike it Rich. We'll flash back a Strike it Rich. And then pass the turn. So we've seen 25% of our deck. We have not found a Stormscale Scion quite yet. Block the Construct. We'll take 2 down to 3. Another Sundering Eruption. We'll play Strike it Rich. Pass the turn. So our next draw step needs to be something good. I will block the Construct. And I'm at 1. Okay. That's not going to do it. We did not find any payoffs. Okay, so we did not get that game. Our first game loss. Bummer. So I could bring in the other Glimpse and say no to Blood Moon. But Blood Moon's even better on the play. I'm just going to resubmit and hope that we draw cards we want. On the play for game 3. Yeah, this seems wonderful. Keep. Our best draw is Ironcrag Feat. We'll play an untap land. Ouch. And Strike it Rich. Pass the turn. They play a Bridge. Ironcrag Feat. Let's see it. They play a Memnite. Okay. Desperate Ritual. So I'm 1 mana short of being able to splice this. That would allow me to do everything I want. So I'll play a land. I'll take some damage. We'll play the Bitter Reunion. And I'm going to discard Pinnacle Monk, which could be a little risky here because I actually want the mana. But I think if you don't discard, it looks a little fishy. So we'll do this. Pass the turn. And now we definitely have a win next turn. So if our opponent taps out, victory is ours. They play Mox Opal, Spire of Industry, so they have 3 mana. Damping Sphere, what? That's not cool. They're trying to play something, but realize that they can't because of their own Damping Sphere. So if I play a land, I can play Ironcrag Feat into Stormscale Scion for 2 dragons. And we have to hope that 2 dragons are good enough. Okay. 2 dragons. And I can't give them haste because I don't have any mana. They play Thoughtcast, okay. And a Shadow Spear. Land tapped. So I'm going to Shatter Skull their Memnite, so that way they can't equip the Shadow Spear. So we'll play the Shatter Skull Smashing, kill the Memnite. And now we'll attack for 5. I'm sorry, attack for 10. And then next turn we'll attempt to attack for 10 again for lethal. And we win. 3-0. This deck is quite good. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. For round number 4, we're on the draw. I've opened up a good hand. We will keep. We don't have a payoff, but I do have a Glimpse the Impossible to maybe dig for 1. We have first turn Pinnacle Monk is a land into Strike it Rich. And then turn 2, we have Ruby Medallion, Desperate Ritual, Glimpse the Impossible. There's a lot of things to like here. They play a Bloodstained Mire for a Blood Crypt, Dragon's Rage Channeler. Another Ritual, we love that. So now I just need a payoff spell. I will pay 3 life, play Strike it Rich, pass the turn. Basic Swamp, a Dash Dragavan, and now they attack. Ouch. Yeah. They exile a Spikefield Hazard. I didn't want to draw that anyway. And they have one open treasure at the moment. Pinnacle Monk, the draw. We'll play Pinnacle Monk. Play Ruby Medallion. And now we'll play Pyretic Ritual. Let's play Glimpse the Impossible and see what we reveal. We hit a Belcher, so now I can go Desperate Ritual. Iron Crag Feet. This is a turn 2 win. Goblin Charbelcher. Pew pew! Target you. 2 free. This deck is insane. I'm not even playing well. Like, a lot of the time, I feel like I play well with Storm decks. Today, I don't feel like I am playing that well, but the deck is just working. We'll take out the Blood Moons. And I think we probably want Pyroclasm here. And we'll hit Submit. Game number 2 on the draw. This hand is 1 land away from a turn 2 win. We'll keep. And a friendly reminder that I am 240 people away from 20,000 YouTube subscribers, and there's 40 to 50,000 of you each month that watch the video, so please, please, please subscribe. Would make me very happy. They have a turn 1 Ragavan. We found our land, so I'll play it and pass the turn. So we're hoping for no discard spell. That would be what I'm afraid of here, because we need the Goblin Charbelcher in our hand. They attack with the Ragavan. I'll go to 18. Bitter Reunion was the reveal. That's honestly not a bad one for them, because they can play it and then try to dig for a discard spell if they don't have one. And they have the Thoughtseize. That's tough. They get rid of Lava Dart. So they're more like Rakdos Prowess. I thought they might have been a more mid-range deck. Hopefully we draw another payoff, either a Belcher or a Stormscale Scion. Another land. We'll play the Pinnacle Monk. Yes. I wonder if I'm supposed to cycle Manamorphose here. I think I am. So we'll cycle the Manamorphose first. We'll make red. Pyroclasm seems good. Boom. They're going to Lava Dart me in response. No surgical extraction. This does not give them Delirium. Ooh, they mill the Bauble. So they hit Delirium off of their Surveil. Okay. That was good for them. So now I have to find one of my Stormscale Scions. And Pyroclasm will kill the Ragavan. Pass the turn. We're at 46 cards in deck and we have 4 hits. It's not impossible. It's just, you know, a little bit improbable. They cycle a Street Wraith. Death Shadow. Okay. They're playing a brew here. We rip the Stormscale Scion. Oh my. Are they just dead? Pyretic Ritual. Pyretic Ritual. So, no, they're not just dead. I am a little bit short of that. I mean, you could try to risk it with the Bitter Reunion. I just don't think that's worthwhile. We'll play the land tapped and Stormscale Scion. What a draw. Our opponent has to be a little upset about this. Oh my. We have some large dragons. Large. And now they have to attack in. I mean, I'm going to block. If they want to make their Death Shadow so large that it lives, that means that my other ones are going to kill them, because they have to lower their own life total. We got the match. 4-0. This has been a cakewalk so far, and I'm really not playing well. So hopefully we get match number 5 and get that trophy. My last video was a Gift Storm 5-0 trophy, so I'd love to come back with a Modern Red Belcher trophy as well. Let's go make it happen. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? For the trophy, match number 5, we've won the die roll. Alright, so we have a Belcher, we have 1 land, we have Strike It Rich. I'm going to keep this and pray that we rip land number 2. We'll play the Valakut Awakening, pass the turn. Because if we draw the land, we don't have a turn 2, but I would have a turn 3, and that's good enough. Arid Mesa, okay. That's another land. We'll play it. Play the Ruby Medallion. That resolves. Are you playing Boros Energy? I hope you are. That's an Elegant Parlor. Okay. They kept the card on top. Arena of Glory. Most likely Boros Energy. And a Ajani. Yep, you got it. Feeling pretty good about our trophy chances right now. Pyretic Ritual. Ironcrag Feet, Goblin Charbelcher, target you. It really shouldn't be this easy to win. This is just insane. Oh my. We'll take out the Blood Moons, bring in the Pyroclasms. I mean, the Glimpse of the Impossibles have been good. Like, I feel wrong boarding them out because they have not been bad. Maybe I'll try sideboarding out one copy of Ironcrag Feet. It's not good against Storm's Chant. Game number 2, keep. I love this. So we have one untapped land, strike it rich. So if I draw an untapped land, we have turn 2 Stormscale Scion. They play Guide of Souls. I mean, it might be worth just playing the untapped land on turn 1 anyway, and we ripped one. So this is turn 2 Stormscale Scion. That's pretty good. We'll play the Strike It Rich, pass the turn. And ideally, our opponent would tap out here. I don't know if they will, but I mean, most Boros Energy players do have a turn 2 play. Marsh Flats. Looks like our opponent is going to attack for 1. Maybe hold open that Orm's Chant. We'll see. No, they're just going to pass. A little bit of cowardice if you ask me. Alright, we'll play the land. I'll take 3 more. Let's play the Bitter Reunion. We'll discard the Valakut Awakening. If they're going to hold open Orm's Chant, I don't need to play Desperate Ritual into Ironcrag Feet. That's just greedy in my opinion. Like, you can just win next turn by playing Ironcrag Feet plus Stormscale Scion. And here's the Orm's Chant. They don't even know when to use it, they're so afraid. Alright, so I will now discard a card and draw 2. We'll get rid of the Valakut Awakening. Another Stormscale Scion. Okay. They search with the Marsh Flats. They select an Elegant Parlor. They make 2 red mana here for a Magebane Lizard. Okay. So I think we just won. So we'll play Pyretic Ritual. This deals me 1. So if I play Desperate Ritual, it deals me 2. I would go to 9. Ironcrag Feet would deal me 3, and I would go to 6. Stormscale Scion's lethal. Okay, we'll play Desperate Ritual. Ironcrag Feet, the Stormscale Scion. And now we make some large dragons, give them haste, and attack for lethal. So our opponent opened up on turn 1 Creature, turn 2 Orm's Chant, turn 3 Magebane Lizard, and still lost on turn 3. This deck is bananas. Wow, that was the easiest 5-0 of my life. Like, I know some people say that, but this is up there. Like, I did not feel like I worked very hard in this league. I also didn't play super well, and the deck was just so good. I don't even know what else to say. I wouldn't change a single card because obviously it just works. So congratulations to the person that figured this out. You created a truly cracked modern deck, and it's extremely affordable. The deck list on Magic Online was 80 tickets. Like, this was not cheap. Not expensive. I don't know how much it is in paper. I have to imagine it's fairly affordable. But wow, this was insane. So yeah, I love the deck if you're looking for easy wins. Also, I recorded this in under an hour. Like, this deck list was fast. It won a lot. I like it quite a bit. So thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. Help me get to 20,000 followers on YouTube. I greatly appreciate that, or subscribers, whatever you would like to call it. And thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. There's no better way to support our channel. If you're interested in elevating your combo game, visit theepicstorm.com/tutoring for details about our coaching sessions. Don't worry, there's more great combo content coming right up.